So I want to thank everyone for joining us. This is for a video supplemental video for the Bootstrapped, how to make your comic book and sell it. And I have with me Josh Blaylock. You might know him. He's the founder and CEO of Devil's Due Studio. And he's also had other creative characters such as Mercy Sparx. But just maybe give us a little introduction for those who may not know you, Josh.
Hey, Paul. Hey, yeah, thanks for having me. And hello to everybody else listening. Yeah, everything you just said, going way back to like my self-publishing origins, putting out books like right out of high school, and then sort of like my path went from like art school while trying to figure out how to get into comic books my whole life to uh, getting into like the licensing and merchandising worlds, like in my day job, which I was able to funnel back into comics, secured the license to G.I. Joe and kickstarted like the whole 80s retro phenomenon back in the early 2000s, and just probably published, 1,000 comic books since then. So
Wow.
it's been a long ride.
Yeah, no, and I was working in a comic book store in the early 2000s, right when Image Comics GI Joe came out, and I remember seeing your name Blaylock on each cover, and that's how. And then I got to know you, and I love independent comics too. And then I found some of your Devil's Due work, um, and I just think it's kind of interesting just how the cycle just keeps on going. I found you through a different independent comic, project, and then as I was learning, I'm going to just share my screen real quick. I was learning about self-publishing my own book, The Red Ram, and those are the 17 books that I read cover to cover over the course of a couple years, and in there in the top corner there is your book, and
I'm in good company there. Yeah.
yeah, how to self-publish your comics. So I remember reading this, and then even more recently, you had another Kickstarter, because you've had how many, like several editions of this. You keep adding to it, and I think one of the editions you added, a lot of your experience with kickstarting, and then you had a Breaking Into Comics Kickstarter, which I purchased that comic or book on how to make comics, and then of course you offered, which was genius. And so for all those out there who want to kickstart a comic, think about an interesting bonus like what I'm doing now and what you did, which was, this is actually a video code that I purchased through the Kickstarter, right? So it's just that cycle of reading, learning, paying forward, and back around.